Well, look who's back. It is your favorite Palmon trainer, Daddy Furious. And guys, I know I've been gone only for 16 hours, but I'm back. I mean, today's a new day, and with new day comes a new video, right? So in this video, we're gonna talk about how can you survive in Palmon survival as a free-to-play, or at least super low spender, right? So if you're one of those players, how can you do your moves the right way, right? So you don't fall behind from other players. And right off the bat, I can tell you the most important thing for a free-to-play player, it is activity, right? Activity is super important. The less you spend, the more active you're gonna be. And that is just the truth, right? Because how else can you compensate for the things you don't have that others do? Like high power, good Palmons, good equipment, and so on, right? So activity is key factor in your progress. And by that, I don't mean you have to be online for 16 hours straight. No, you just have to do the events when they come up, right? You have to do every single task that the event gives you. You just have to do your intel missions. You have to empty your action points, right? You have to contribute to your guild. You have to donate to tech and join rallies and attack bully moons and stuff like that, right? Everything that the game offers you at that exact moment, you gotta grab it and use that goddamn opportunity, right? Because otherwise you will miss it. Events only last for a certain period of time and then they'll be gone, or they will at least refresh and you will miss the previous rewards, right? So you always gotta keep up and get as many rewards as possible and stack on them. The second important thing for F2P players, it is being in a good and active guild, right? And by that, I mean not like top 10 guild, no. You have to get your way inside a top 3 guild, right? If possible, get into top 1. If they have a requirement, for example, mine was 5 million power and camp level 10 or something like that, right? And now I'm inside it and I've been there for a week and I've grew so much with only little amount of spending, right? I'm a low spender and I've secured my spot in number 1 guild in my server. So what you have to do is just be active, get your power as high as possible, get your camp level as high as possible, and then message one of the R4s or best R5 of that guild, right? And then ask them that you want to join and if they can give you a chance, right? What is the requirements they need you to do so you can meet those requirements and then apply as quickly as possible, because being in an active guild is super important. It helps your overall growth and you get so much benefits just by being there. For example, people in an active guild, well, they spend money, obviously, and every time somebody buys a bundle in-game, your guild gets a chest, a gift chest, which you can open and get more goodies, right? Like a Palmon egg, you can even get gems, VIP tokens, and stuff like that, right? Or you don't necessarily have to be dependent on the spenders in your guild. All you have to do is be active as a whole guild and rally bully bosses. So each time somebody in your guild rallies a bully boss and defeats it, your guild gets a chest. And if you do that several times, eventually your guild will unlock a guild chest, which if you open it, there are a bunch of goodies inside, like speed ups, gems, VIP tokens, and so much more. And for example, my guild gets this chest about 3 to 4 times a day because we are super active and we encourage everyone to rally bully bosses so we can unlock this chest faster and more frequent. So that's about being in an active guild, which is super important for free-to-play and low spenders, or in general, pretty much for everybody, but the most important for free-to-plays. Right. And the next thing you guys should pay attention to, it is upgrading your Palmons, because there are so many of them in the game and you have to choose very carefully which ones are worth to upgrade. You can't just be upgrading everything and at the end be left with no XP, right? Or shards, or even fruits for skill upgrades. So, just like I said in the previous video, which was about beginner's step-by-step guide, you guys should only focus on 5 at a time, 5 Palmons at a time, which is going to be your number 1 squad. Your first squad should be your best squad, and then slowly you will unlock your second squad, then your third and your fourth as you progress further into the end game, and all of that comes later. But first, your first squad should be the strongest, because with that squad, you will be attacking the majority of things in the game, like attacking players, attacking NPCs, doing intel quest, doing idle lands, and so much more. So your first squad should be the strongest, and that's why these 5 SSR Palmons are going to be your best friends. The reason I'm choosing SSR is because they are super easy to obtain, unlike UR Palmons, because they're legendary and you guys sometimes need to spend money in order to upgrade them or even obtain them, right? So now we're just going to focus on SSR Palmons, and after that I'm going to name you guys one UR Palmon, which is super easy to obtain and to upgrade, and that one is no other than Ninjump, which you can get obviously from the hatchery, right? So mine is already at almost at 4 stars, and I haven't spent a single dollar on upgrading this guy, right? So everything that you can see here is from hatchery, from doing events, and from doing intel missions. That's it. Alright, let's get to naming the best SSR Palmons. So the first option is gonna be 𝒟𝒹𝓐. Why? Because if you go to his skills, or to her skills, I don't know the gender of these guys, but goddamn, this is gonna be a hard one. So we go to her skills, because this one looks like a she. Anyway, the second skill is called Miracle Maker, and every time you defeat a bully moon or bully boss, you guys will get more percentage of rewards, of resources, right? And because of that, y'all have to upgrade this skill first and then focus on other skills of this Palmon. The second nice skill that she has, it is the third one on the top right. It's called a Starlight Blessing, and it basically buffs your other Palmons in your squad formation and increases their damage. So this one is also super good and 100% worth to upgrade. The second best SSR Palmon is going to be my boy 𝒟𝒹𝓆𝓆𝓎. Now that name is super hard to say, so I'm just gonna call him Phoenix, because come on, it's just like it's a phoenix, bro. It's literally a phoenix. So Phoenix is also super nice because if you go to the second skill, Eagle Eye, he gets you more and extra treasures per day inside the Intel Quest missions. So his icon in the Intel Quest is on the top right. You can see the little Phoenix icon, and every time you click on it, every time you have 10 feathers, you can summon it, and this guy gives you rewards, basically Intel Quest, so you can do them, right? So each time you upgrade a skill, he gives you more treasures to do and to complete, meaning even more and more rewards. So super nice. And the other two skills are pretty much about fighting, so you can use them inside your squad formation. And also, to be fair, he's super easy to upgrade because you get his tokens, his shards from doing Intel Quest, right? From doing Intel missions, also from doing hatchery. So yeah, easy to upgrade and good damage. The third best SSR Palmon is going to be a 𝒟𝒹𝓏𝓏, because all of his skills are about fighting. Not a single skill is about doing work inside your base, right? So you can use them solely for fighting against other players or against NPCs. The fourth best SSR Palmon, it is indeed a 𝒟𝒹𝓏𝓏𝓏, my boy, my dog. And once again, that is because all of his skills are solely made for fighting, not for working inside your base. And finally, the fifth best SSR Palmon for your squad is going to be 𝒟𝒹𝓆𝓆𝓎. Platyputs. You might ask why? Well, the same reason as the previous two Palmons. For fighting! And we already talked about the best UR Palmon, which you can obtain and upgrade without having to spend. So that's one Palmon, one UR Palmon. The others you can obtain and basically do the same thing for free is from shrines. So some shrines, they have genetics, and once you defeat the shrine and capture it, then you can defeat those genetics, and then you can use a catcher to catch them Palmons. That's it. And of course, some of the best early UR Palmons that you can get from defeating shrines are Mantlary, which is obtainable from shrine level 1. The second one is Bark Plug, yeah, which is obtainable from shrine level 2. And the third one, it is a Statue, which is obtainable from shrine level 3. And this guy is a tank, my boy. Yeah, he can tank all the way up, so he should be placed on the front line of your squad. Now let's talk a little bit about tech tree and your priority as a free-to-play player. Your priority should be only on development tree, right? This is very important, especially in the early game, because it will only save you speed ups, right? And make your progress faster. That's it. Super simple. So in this tree, your priority should be unlocking and upgrading the techs that increase the speeding process, whether if it's building, researching, training, or healing. First, you upgrade these, then after that, you upgrade the techs that reduce the cost of something. For example, the cost of building, researching, training, or healing. That is also very important and saves you a bunch of resources in the early game and also in the end game, right? In the long run. And after that, you can upgrade the rest of the stuff. For example, upgrade the capacity of your Amigo huts for training more troops in more batches, in bigger batches, or upgrading the capacity of your hospital. And then, of course, the rest of the stuff in that tree. So development should be your only priority. Once that is done, then you can focus on the growth tree and upgrade those techs, right? But don't be researching the combat tree, because in the early game that is not important. You're not going into war in the early game. That comes after, right? Close to capturing the temple, right in the center of the map, which is the final and last shrine in your server, right? And that opens, I believe, after 3 weeks, after your server has been opened for the first time, right? So you have time for that. You have plenty of time. So once again, first focus development and growth, and then you can focus on combat. And finally, let me tell you how you guys can use gift codes and get a bunch of goodies basically for free, right? So the way you can get gift codes is to have an eye on official social media pages of Palmon Survival Game, right? Either on Discord or Facebook or on their Instagram. Or if you don't want to do all of that, then you can just simply Google Palmon Survival gift codes and get the latest ones, right? So you can do both, whatever fits you best. And right now there is one active gift code, and that is 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎, 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎, right? It's right here on the screen. So you go to your profile, you go to settings, you go to gift code, and you type in that code, and you get pallets, you get resources, and speed ups. Oh, and by the way, this code is only active till the 4th of July, the Independence Day of America.